Hey guys, how you doing? This is jpsarrireviews coming to you once again with another live stream. I want to say thank you to everyone that is watching. Thank you very much for your time. This is our last live stream for San Diego Comic-Con. It's been crazy. I've been doing a lot of live streams. This is my third one today, and we've been covering a lot of toys, and we've been talking about all this stuff. I didn't cover every single company because doing that would be crazy. That would take forever. But I'm using the big companies and also some small companies that I consider that they're doing great stuff and they have some future. And today we're going to talk about, in this last one, we're going to discuss about, primarily about, we're going to start with Transformers toys. We're going to discuss about Flame Toys, which is a company from Japan that is doing some really nice models. With a lot of die-cast parts and plastic parts, a lot of Transformers stuff, but it's very neat. Some of the stuff is expensive, but definitely is very cool, and they definitely brought a lot of stuff to San Diego Comic-Con, some stuff to show, and very neat. I'm gonna show you the pictures and all that. We're going to go to the website, but also you have Hasbro. I want to talk about Toys GTP, which is a company based in Utah that they do a lot of parts that go alongside with displays for Star Wars. Like you can do panels and you can create your own diorama. So that's what GTP does, and we're going to showcase some of the stuff they're doing. But then of course we go into Hasbro, and Hasbro had a lot of stuff for, of course, Transformers. We're gonna talk about that. They have some releases for Power Rangers. I'm not a big Power Ranger fan, but I want to show it because definitely I know there's a big fan base out there. They showcase stuff for Overwatch. That's something that a lot of people are excited for. And of course they got the Star Wars stuff as usual. They had a few releases, a few new things, but they had a really nice display there. And ultimately, of course, we're gonna talk about Marvel and primarily the Marvel Legends. They're always releasing really neat stuff, so they have some new stuff today. So I want to say to everyone that is watching, thank you very much for the support. Thank you for taking time. And really sticking with me. Also to the people that are going to watch this video later on when it's uploaded to the channel. So let's move on and let's start with the first one. And let me go to the website. Let's right there. We found it. Not bad at all. Okay, so we're going first to start with Transformers. And I'm going to start first with the first company, which is Flame Toys, and we're going to, in this case, to Transformers TFW 2005, Transformer World, and they have here the list of all the stuff they showcase. Pretty neat stuff, and we're gonna go through the pictures. All right, this is the main display. They have two displays, but this is the main one. Pretty cool stuff. Some of the stuff here, it's on the nice price range, a Big Bad Toy store, around the $50 range. But some of the bigger ones are more expensive, or $100 or more. These are more like reimaginings of a lot of these characters. Not necessarily based on the cartoons or in the video game. They kind of like add a lot of different details to it. Kind of like they take a lot of inspiration from the IDW comics, but definitely they have all different variations. But this is the stuff, as you can see right there, a Nemesis Prime. As you can see, the body is not like in the, it just takes inspiration. It does a lot of adjustments and changes. But of course, these are kits that you put together. But they're extremely, extremely cool. I really like them. Definitely, I love the detail, the streamlined figures and stuff, and what you can do with them. Pretty cool figures, and has a lot of interpretation, so it's not necessarily based again on the cartoons or anything else. Now this is Shattered Glass. Pretty cool. Now these are more expensive. These are larger pieces, but I like this one. This is definitely a very cool model. As you can see, definitely love the detail. Paint job is excellent. A lot of detail in it. I really like it. Now you can see this one. I like this Bumblebee. I'm a big fan of Bumblebee. As you can see, maybe you can see it. I have my t-shirt of Bumblebee. But I love Bumblebee, and definitely this is kind of based on the classic style, but also a little bit of the the IDW comics, which I'm a big fan of those comics. Love this figure. Devastator right there. Pretty cool, nice color. Pretty neat. Then it goes back into, this is the second display they had. I think they got 3 displays now that I see it. Then of course they got the ones in the back. These models are awesome. Look at Megatron right there. Looks very neat. I love the stand of Optimus right there. That's pretty good. And that's another thing about this line is that they're very poseable. They have a lot of articulation. So you can pose them in so many different ways, as you can see on this more classic version of the this kit that is more classic. I see that this has a little more plastic parts. I don't know if it's just a model kit, just a prototype. But then you have Starscream looking very neat. I love the poses. Definitely they pose them pretty well. Look at Nemesis Prime doing that kick. This, again, this is something great about these figures, that they're very poseable. And like many other figures that, you know, you post them and they don't look right, this definitely looked pretty good. This one too, great detail, very streamlined. Really like what I see. This is the other one. This is the more larger scales figures. These are more expensive. I know that the Flame Toys were selling some figures for up to, like, I don't know, $500 at some point. I'll show you. We're gonna go and check some prices in just a moment. This is a very neat piece. Look at this one. Love this one. With all the swords and stuff. You can see a lot of die-cast parts, a lot of metal parts. You can pre-order this one with the big sword. This is a huge, I love this Optimus, looks really neat. Look at this big piece. Huge. That's a huge piece. Love, even there's even articulation in the fingers. So you can do all sort of things with this. Super nice. Star Saver. I love that one. Has a lot of great detail. This is a close-up of the figure. You can see, love the articulation. The paint in some spots probably needs some better work, but definitely I've seen a lot worse. But the piece is super nice. The sculpt, the work done on all this, all the articulation, you know, all the stuff you can do, all the little metal parts on the plastic, all of that is, it's a all around, it's a well done piece. And here you see all the changeable parts, the swords, guns, and all that stuff, the axes. Now let me go to figure.com. Let's see. I'm also using this as reference. We're going to see. Let me see. I have it somewhere. I think I saw it earlier. Flame Toys. Let's see if they have any other pictures there for us to use as reference. I think they're pretty much the same thing. I like this is a nice close-up right there. You can see the detail. I think it's the same thing, but we're gonna look at them. They don't have that many pictures. Their photos are not that great. But I like this close-up. I can see more detail. Definitely they did a fantastic job with the paint job. It looks really neat, clean. Not bad at all. Definitely the problem they have is the flash. They were taking pictures with a flash, as you can see on the phone. Somebody was using a phone and taking the pictures of the phone with the flash. Not a good idea when you're using glass. And it's a very shaky. But you get the idea. That's a huge figure right there. All right, let's get out of here. Let me go to Big Bad Toy Store and let's do some digging. Let's do Flame Toys. This is the Transformers Master. No, this is Takara Tomy. This is the Takara figures. This is Transformers Kuro Karakuri. Well, that's the designer. That's the people. Drift figure. This is $300 for this one. This is the one we're looking at. $300 for that figure. I know it's pricey, but man, that figure is beautiful. So poseable. You can do so many things with it. And not only that, and that's another reason I didn't mention this, they have light up features. So they come with LEDs. So these are for, like I would say, high end. Really high-end collectibles. The ninja style, very, very cool. Very cool. So you can do all sort of things. Interchangeable parts, faces. Let me go on the detail here. So that's the reason why it costs $300. It's 8 inches, so it's small. It's a small figure. They're not big at all, but they made of plastic and die cast, as you can see. Cape comes with wires built to allow for dramatic anime style windswept poses. Linkage articulation features. Contains 6 LED units, superposable with die cast parts for solidity and heaviness. So definitely you get a drift figure, you get 3 interchangeable facial expressions, a cape, and 3 swords. Some people will say that this is too much money for these figures, but I can tell one thing, from all the figures, and I've seen so many of it for many years, Transformer figures, I collected a few. Definitely these are up there when it comes about parts. Now they have this model kit. This is just for the figures that already come assembled. But let's say that you want just a model kit where you want to put together. Those are cheaper and those are also very fun. You can see the Optimus Prime IDW version, the comic version. This is just $35.99. This is very small, but definitely this is the one we're looking at, the one that had the nice poses. Definitely you can do all sort of things with those figures, as you can see right there. Let me put this back so we can see it better. And of course these are model kits, so you assemble them together, but man, they're neat. These are smaller, 6.20 20 inches, which is small, made of plastic, so it's all plastic. Like I was still showing you, some pieces are just plastic, no die cast. Designed by famous 3D modeling company Trigger. It's an IDW version. Good articulation with over 50 movable joints. That's a lot of articulation for a tiny little piece. And joints are made of sub-plastic, so you can do all kind of things. Pieces to build Optimus Prime, a rifle, and 2 pairs of hands. As you can see right there. Let me get out of this page. Let's see if there's anything else. This is the other one. So the big ones, the shattered glass, as you can see right there, those are expensive. This is the Bumblebee model kit. They have it in stock. I like this one very much. I think it's pretty neat. As you can see, love this piece. I'm probably gonna get this one. I'm a big fan of Bumblebee. Love the movie. I know when they got an Optimus Prime that came out not long ago, that was like almost $500. That was huge. I think that was a big piece as well. So I know some people might say that's too much money for it, which I understand. You can see the model kits are $37.99, which is not bad, and really, really neat model kits. You know, the big ones, those are expensive, of course. But the model kits, like this one right here, oh, this in pre-order. The number 4 Optimus Prime, the huge Optimus Prime, is $449. That's a lot of money for sure. But if you have it, and if you're a big fan of this, definitely this is a good piece to have. This is the one that was on pre-order that was showing on pre-order. Let me go back there. Let me see if we can go back to it. This one right here. That's a huge piece. And definitely very expensive. But definitely this one also has some LED lights, as you can see. And it had a lot of articulation. Definitely those are good. Definitely they're good. But definitely this company is doing some, I would say, some cool stuff. And I really like what they're doing. I truly like what they're doing there. I wouldn't say it's not for everyone. Not for everyone, really. But I think and there's something about Japanese companies or Japanese products. Japanese kits are always awesome. Some of the best kits in the world. They're fun to put together. It's kind of like with you do the Gundams, so it's just the same thing. They're very fun. I have friends that have, started doing like a lot of Gundam stuff, and they became hooked to it. So, they're addicted to it because it's fun. And I used to do a lot of, kits back in the day, years ago. I used to put a lot of things, a lot of Gundams and stuff, but I stopped doing that. I've been doing all kinds of sort of things throughout the years. I try one thing, move to the next, try another thing, move to the next, but I've been trying everything. That's why probably I'm an expert a lot of things, an expert of none. That's just how it is. All right, so let's move on. I want to go now to, and before we get into GTP, I want to go to Hasbro. And definitely Hasbro is doing some neat stuff. And because we already talking about, I would say, Transformers, I'm going to start with Hasbro with the Transformers stuff. That way we kind of follow the sequence of everything. So I want to start first with the big news of pretty much of the con, the one that everybody's so excited. And this is the big Unicron that was announced and released. It wasn't a prototype, for a while. That last con, they had other prototypes, but they never said what they were doing. But this is what they released. They released on the preview night. They showcased the model and everything. This is part of, HabLab, which is like the Kickstarter for a lot of products and projects for Hasbro, for some of those big projects that really it's kind of out of for them to do it without really financial support because they're big. So they did this one, and everybody's going crazy for it. Unicron looks amazing, and we're gonna take the pictures. And this is not only the part, but you can transform this, and it's huge. You can watch the videos everywhere, and we're gonna look at the pictures in here. And this is, of course, is designed by HasLab. So this is, I think, their second project. Last year they had a HasLab. They did a project for Star Wars, and we're gonna look at that when the time comes. This year they doing this, and of course this is going to be expensive. So you want to get into pretty much into the Kickstarter. It's gonna cost you around over $500, almost $600 to get this. But I'm sure that a lot of collectors are going to go for it if there are a lot of Transformers collectors, because this is super cool. As you can see, they were showcasing it there. They also were showcasing one unpainted. But this is I would say, the starred figure of the whole, perhaps one of the most important figure in the whole convention for a lot of people. It's super huge, and it's so much detail on it. I was watching an interview when Shartimus Prime, he was interviewing the guy that is the director of all of this. He was saying that it took them 18 months from start to now to get the stuff done. They've been working on it for quite a while. But even see all this, the teeth of this, those are movable parts. All of this actually assembled. You have to remove these parts, and we're gonna see in a moment. But the whole sphere, you can transform, and we're gonna look at those pictures in a moment with just because they have two displays, one for the transform, one for Unicron, and then for his planet form. Super huge. I don't know. That's something amazing. If you are a big Transformer fan, love the detail, man. Everything. It's definitely like in scale with everything. They did such a fantastic job to try to maintain it so accurate. I'll probably, after I do this, I'm gonna probably watch Transformers movie tonight, just for the heck of it. Look at that. Great detail. Amazing. Love the paint job. This is a simple scheme, but man, it's done well. Not too overpowering, just good, just right. Man, they show on this stuff. This is going to be like, they say that when it comes out, it's going to be like 19 pounds, just 19 pounds for the whole thing. That's what it weighs. Like 27 inches or something. I don't know. It's just huge. Look at the guy in the back. I think we went back. No, there's still more pictures. And this is the one fully transformed. All the parts, you have to disassemble all of this, and then you can create that. But then, of course, this part all comes out, and they said that it was such a difficult project because, when you transform stuff, it's easier to You know, like we have a vehicle, you can put stuff under the chassis of the vehicle, so you can kind of do that. This was like a jigsaw. They have to, you have a sphere form, and they have to bring the whole figure out of that sphere form, and that means that you have to be very smart in the proportions and how to make it work together. So everything comes out, like the panels comes out. We're gonna see a picture of that. So they said that's the reason why it took them so long to really come up with the ideas to really get it right. And to me, that's just amazing that they were able to get it right. It's gonna be an amazing piece for those that are able to get it. I will definitely, if I was as much as I used to on Transformers stuff, I probably will jump on it. But because I'm not, I'm just kind of see it from afar. But I enjoy it just nonetheless. You know, whoever is going to have is going to be sad. Definitely, this is going to be a prized possession for a lot of people, and hopefully, you just go through the whole Kickstarter thing. But look at the detail, even on the legs. You see all that detail. So well done. Greatly done. Amazing work. Look at this. The panels are coming out, so the figure come out. They say that's the reason why it took him a while, a year and a half, just to really get it done, get it right. Nonetheless, this is a fantastic job. It's a fantastic engineering job. Look at that. That is the form transform, and this is what comes out of that. All these panels go in the back. Amazing. Great, great job. And here they're showcasing some of the work, how it works, transformation. You see it's 22 and 42 inches long, fully transformed. You see the span, it's like 20.11 inches here. But the span from this from the tip of the wings to that is 30.55 inches. That's huge. And as tall as 27 to the tip of the crown. Amazing. Amazing work. They did fantastic. Look at that. That was just for showcase. This is a nice showcase. I would say that Hasbro had also in Mattel. Hasbro and Mattel, they always have great showcases on on display. Really cool stuff. They know what they're doing. They did it again. They did it right. All right, so this is the first thing they showcase. And I think, you know, with that, you're set. You don't need to look for anything else. You're like, I'm done. I seen everything I need to see. But that was not the only thing they were showcasing for them. Also, on preview night, they have War for Cybertron Siege, which is another line. Very popular line. You can find them in all the stores. A lot of stuff at Walmart. They have some specials coming to Walmart for this line. This is more, I would say, on the kiddish side. Not necessarily something that I care too much about, but I know that there are people that love this and they collect these parts. These are smaller, but they're on the Siege, and they definitely had some stuff. Now, there were a couple of things they announced that I don't think they were on display, or probably were on display, but not in these pictures. But I have other photos that I'm gonna go to the Facebook a Facebook page where they showcase something that is coming to Walmart. It's already on pre-orders. It's supposed to come out in October. They're re-releasing some figures that they were selling at Walmart before for the Siege line, that they were based on the video games and stuff, but they're like cel shaded and stuff, very nicely done. And I'm gonna show you some pictures. But as you can see, these figures, I'm more like, you know, old school with the figures. You know, I prefer more than these versions. I prefer the classic ones, but also prefer like the more modern streamlined versions. Some of them, like the ones we just saw with Flame Toys. I also love the figures that are produced by, what was the name of the company? I forgot. The one we showcased, I don't know, some time ago. I just forgot. Just blank. I'll remember in just a moment. But another one that is producing some great stuff for Transformers, like the big figures that they're sold through Sideshow. I'll remember in just a moment. So this is the little stuff that they were showcasing some cool stuff. I would say nothing to write home about. Although they had some stuff like this generation select Voyager. That's not bad. All this Transformer core. This is the War for Cybertron stuff, which is my favorite Transformers video game of all time. War for Cybertron. I even like more than Fall of Cybertron. I have fun with both. So they have a lot of stuff. Now this is huge. This is huge. Also was in the game. Love the detail on this one. I don't know how much that one's going to cost, but I'm sure it's going to be costly for sure. Huge piece. You can see this right here. Nice pieces there. Optimus. You know, one thing over the years, Transformers have always been so popular. A lot of people love the Transformers. I remember having so much fun with them when I was a kid. We used to, my dad used to take us on those trips, and we used to go for long periods of time. So one thing that I used to love is, like, sometimes my dad would take us to the toy store and we get whatever we want. And one of the things that I always loved to do was Transformers. It was fun the first time trying to assemble and put them together, getting all the parts together. So I have fun memories. Always have fun memories of these toys. So I'm glad that they still, after all these years, they still producing some of them. Now let me, what was the other company? 3A, the company that is producing the big figures. I was the ones for through Sideshow. Very nice figures. Love those figures. They're phenomenal. Now I'm gonna show you the stuff that they didn't showcase here for Siege. This is the stuff that they're actually you can pre-order through Walmart. It's San Diego Comic-Con, War for Cybertron, and G1 exclusives. So this stuff that is coming, this is the one that Voyager, I think that's how it's pronounced. I forgot. Classic animation Optimus Prime. This is kind of like a classic version of it, but they do it like a cel-shaded version of it. Some people like it, some people don't. Some people saying that it's a little more muted in comparison to other figures that they have done it before. I don't care. I really don't care much about this cel shading thing. The same thing they do with what is that? Dragon Ball. I don't care much about it, but they look pretty neat. And I was looking at the website, and they of course they got Megatron. Look really neat. Blue Strike and Sound Blaster. Voyager class. Cool. And these are reissues of the classic ones, like the cassette tapes and stuff. And these are going to be through Walmart. Let me show you if I would go to Walmart. So you can see right there. Pretty about $30 for this figure. I think that's a pretty nice price. Generation's 35th anniversary. Pretty cool. I think that's a pretty good. It's supposed to be out on October, so it's all set in October. $30. That's a decent deal. Great price for that. All right. So we come at that. Let's go back to the Hasbro stuff. Then they have this other stuff here. The Studio Series and Masterpieces. So they had a few. Not much. Like this one. They're tiny little figures. This is a Bumblebee. It's based on the movies. They're tiny. I wouldn't say that they're like... but some people might like them. Kids love Transformers for sure. And they have different sizes, I think. Different height. Oh, different. These are different numbers depending on what you're buying. You get in the Optimus Prime. So they're all number. Cool. Right there. Pretty neat. That looks like Megatron from the movies. Don't care much about that version. Nah. It's a pass. So we out of that one. Let's see if there's anything else that we forgot. Okay, this one right here. I think these are more kiddish stuff, more like for little kids. Well, we all kids. I'm a kid in my 40s. I'm still a kid. Some little stuff you can find at the stores. Probably you can find them even at Walgreens and pharmacies. They're all over the place. You know, that's the thing with Hasbro. Most of the products, they're easy. They're available at Walmart, Target. Now, we know Toys R Us is coming back, so they're going to have them. Even the pharmacies like Walgreens, CVS, all of them. Even dollar stores have them. It's just amazing, you know, that how Hasbro is able to sell these products and keep these franchises so alive among kids. So these are more like little kid stuff. More kid stuff. Nothing really major for me. All right. So definitely something cool to talk about. Well, I could tell one thing. From this list, from the Transformers stuff, I think what Hasbro did, I think the thing that really caught my eye, of course, has to be Unicron. Unicron looks good. Looks phenomenal. I like it. From everything else, I would say the stuff that is coming to Walmart, the cel-shaded stuff, is not bad. The reissues and stuff, I like it. That's going to be cool. Great price. If you're into Transformers stuff, I don't think you can go wrong with that. But Hasbro, of course, now we're going to move on from Transformers. There's other things and other franchises that I've never been a fan of. I never really care much about it. And this is the Power Rangers. I just don't like Power Rangers. It's something that I hate. You know, Power Rangers has never been something that I care much about. But, you know, some people do. So, of course, they had some stuff, and we're going to go, all the stuff that they showcased there. I think the most important one, or the one that really, really caught my eye, was some of the they call the lighting collection, which is reissues of all classics, of all the different versions or variations of the Power Rangers throughout the years. They use some different models, and some of those figures, they look pretty neat. So we're going to go to Power Ranger page or website that I found. And in here, they have this lighting figures, and definitely they're very neat. And you know, I remember when people were so, back in the day, people were so, it was, you know, after the fact, after I was a little older, but people were still, I remember people loved the Power Rangers. I never cared. I found it a very cheesy show, the original Power Rangers. I never really cared for it, and I still don't. But I know a lot of people did, and people were so in love with it for many years. And I respect that. You know, I'm never going to hate on people for liking what they like. But these figures look very neat. And not a lot of people were excited for it. Very nice. I like this figure. Some of them that really have very nice work. Pretty clean jobs. Now this face looks kind of weird. Yeah, he looks weird on that. They can keep the face. That kind of looks like him, though. He looks like he's just, I don't know. He looks constipated. That's good. It looks accurate. That's a cool piece. Very cool. There's a column, the lighting collection, and definitely these are more. They have some sets. I think this was the set that they have for the Comic Con. You were able. It comes with interchangeable heads, which is extremely cool. Nice displays. The figures that we just saw, but now displayed differently. These are the boxes. Nice. Kind of like the boxes that Bandai does. Some cases that they didn't display then. Let me see if there's anything else. that we can go back to. I don't see much there. There are other things. Let's look. I think this is the same display thing. Let me try it again. I think this is others. These are others. Cool. This was revealed day. Fighting Spirit Green Ranger, Mighty Morphin Pooty. That's a nice figure. I don't care for that one. But definitely there's some good detail. What happened when the Power Rangers came out? I was a bit older by then. I watched it because I think there was nothing else to watch sometimes. But I do remember that I just always laugh about it. There was something about Power Rangers that I never really cut my eye. This is going to be $50, which I think is too pricey for that set. But that's just my opinion, of course. I always find them like it was not something that I care about. Let me see. There's something else there. I know there was other ones that were showcased, but for some reason they're not showing there. Let's go through those pictures. Now we go into a different website. I think they're missing some. These are more like the Transformer things. Gonna go fast. Oh, this right here. Interesting. That's a nice piece, actually. That's good. Nice pose. Some figures are fine, but it's not something that I would put money on. That's not me. But I know some people. I don't know. I just always found this cheesy, the show and all that stuff. But it was so popular. I never understood why. Well, what can we understand? Everyone loves something differently. You know, you might love something and someone else might hate it. We all do those things. I think this was just for display. Yeah. Pretty cool displays though. Little toys. Don't care for those. I don't want to waste time with that. Let me see if I can see from above. I think that was it. Let me go to figures.com because I think that there's a few figures, the more classic figures that we're missing on these pictures. So I don't want to miss all of them. I think they had the Pink Ranger and I didn't see the Pink Ranger. I think this is some of the figures also that was revealed. Okay, they revealed those, but I don't know why they didn't see it on the pictures. We saw that one. We didn't see that one. We didn't see that one. And that looked pretty good. The pink, it comes with interchangeable head and all that stuff. I saw in some videos, but for some reason it was not on the pictures that we just saw. So let me see if we can see it here on the Hasbro Power Rangers right there. Let me look over the display. That display looks good. We saw those. I'm looking over. What's that? Class of 2019. Oh, look at the class. Classic guys. This is the one that I remember. The original show, at least the original show in the, you know, on the West. And I remember that show. That's the one I watched. That's what I remember. And, you know, it was funny. Everybody liked the Pink Ranger, though. Everybody thought she was cute. Kimberly. The Go Power Rangers. That's pretty neat. Well, these figures were not over there. I think this one was, or wasn't. Look at that one. Love the... They have the interchangeable faces there as well. Excuse me. They have the same pictures too. Probably they release this stuff later on. Any case, we saw that, you know, they released others like the Pink Power Ranger. They released the figure. I like actually the Lisa's face, the interchangeable, the unmasked one. It's pretty neat. Actually, it's pretty well done. So definitely you might, you know, watch some videos and find out more about it. So this is what they released for Power Rangers. Nothing really bad. You know, if you really love that kind of stuff, definitely you're going to love it. So again, I want to say thank you to those that are watching, and those are probably, if you're not watching live or you're watching later on, I appreciate that you take the time. Thank you for spending time with me on this live chat. Now, we're gonna move, and I want to move to the next thing. Of course, we already talked about, you know, some of bigger things, but I want to talk about Overwatch. Now, Overwatch is, you know, a game that everybody's popular. I play a little bit of it. I haven't really played much of it for some reason, but it's super popular. And we're going to see the figures that have been produced by Hasbro. And let me go. You can help me if you like. I'm gonna locate this stuff here. We're gonna go through all of that. Let's see Hasbro. That's some Hasbro stuff. Well, I'm gonna go to one of the Hasbro, and then from there, I know what they do here is that they put like at the base, at the notes, they have like notations of everything. So they have preview night, Star Wars, Marvel, right there, Overwatch display. I think that's the only Overwatch stuff they have. Let's see, double checking. Yeah. All right, they have this. This is a display they have for the Overwatch stuff. They've been doing some stuff for them. They got this. They call the Ultimates on the, you know, this figure is pretty nice packaging. We saw that at Toy Fair. They brought him back. They brought this figure back, with which they at Toy Fair. I love the portrait. They have just the one with the helmet. Now it doesn't have one, so now you can see the packaging. They didn't have the packaging. Now they showcase it. Pretty neat. I definitely love this. It's a great piece. Makes me want to go back and play some Overwatch. Now this figure's right here. Pretty good job. Nice sculpts, nice paint job. You know, if you want the real thing, like, you know, the Overwatch statues are super nice. By Blizzard, you know, they have some really nice statues, but the figures are nice too. And you see the packages right there. The Ultimates are technically like, you know, 2 packages or something like that. They comes in sets or whatever. Love these figures. Not bad at all. They got some new additions or some stuff that they showcased before, but now they showcase more, like, which I like. Some of the figures are new. I think this was new, perhaps. Think so. That one was on the previous one. I think so. They have done some tweaking to some of the figures. You can see it. Maybe you can go back and watch those videos from Toy Fair. Well, if you want to, you don't have to, because this is what you're gonna get in the end. So definitely they have some stuff for Overwatch. So you're really into Overwatch stuff, definitely that's something worth checking out. Now let's move on to something that we need to know, and this is the Star Wars display. Definitely, who doesn't love you know, Star Wars? Star Wars is, I would say, one of the things that keeps Hasbro alive, I would say, besides Marvel Legends. It's one of the biggest lines, and they have milked it so much, so definitely they know what they're doing. Let's look at here. I'm going down here, and we're going to preview night. I think that's the first one. And here at preview night, they have all this little the smallest figures, not even 4 inches wide, 3/4 figures. They had a lot of photos. There was a lot of stuff for Star Wars. As you can see, the Black Series, the tiny ones. Look at all those figures. These are phenomenal with display. When you do like dioramas and stuff, these are perfect. Most of this stuff is already out for sale. They didn't have as much stuff like new stuff, but they were showcasing everything they have right now, which is a lot. It's a lot of stuff. They have a lot of stuff for Star Wars. It's their bread and butter, alongside Marvel Legends and the Transformers stuff, of course. But they have these pieces, very neat. You find them anywhere, Walmart, Target, everywhere. They have some specials also. There's some exclusive for different locations. So they have, all kind of stuff. Now, of course, they got the vintage collection, which a lot of people love because it's more like they reproduce the classic ones and the classic cardboards and stuff. And definitely neat. I used to have a friend of the family. Their children, they used to have they collected Star Wars. They had the whole collection. I used to love to go to their home and play with their figures. Although one of the kids was older, I think he was probably 2 years older than I. He didn't want nobody touching his stuff. He was definitely a collector. He loved the Star Wars stuff. But his younger brother and I, we were really close friends. We were the same age. I think the brother was 2-3 years older, and we just played anyway. I have fun memories of that back in the 80s. Then they have this. They did the same thing, with some of the stuff for Rogue One. They add it and they put the packaging. They make it just go with the collection, which is, I think, neat. Definitely they did. That's a good concept. And, of course, they have the classic Kenner packaging, which is awesome. Definitely, whoever came out with that idea definitely deserves a star. Deserves a race, too. Cool idea, cool concept. The same thing with The Last Jedi. You got to keep your fan base. You got to keep them entertained, give them something different, new, fresh. They'll buy it again over and over and over again just for the packaging. The packaging alone, I think these figures are nice in the packages. And probably that's the reason why most people buy them, because of the package. So you can see right there some of those classic ones, vintage figures. Now they got the classic, the Black Series. Nice pieces. Emperor Palpatine. Hold on, those has interchangeable heads. Nice. Darth Maul, Yoda in the back. Actually, I like the Artifacts Plus from Code of Ukiah version. But if you want just the figures, here you go. Even the energy coming through of his fingers and all that stuff. That's pretty cool. Nice figure. I think they did a good job with the face. Pretty accurate. Padma looks good. Well, the face, sorta. We're kind of. I think maybe it's the angle. Hold on. It looks good on the side. Looks like her. On the front, looks different. A bit different. Super cool. Definitely like this line. Great detail for these figures. Nice. That's a nice piece. Obi-Wan looks good on that. Now they got this other one, Return of the Jedi. You know, they got a 3-pack, and they even have the different versions, like you know, in Spanish, French, Spanish, and English. I'm sorry. Cool figures. Pretty good job. Back in the day, Kenner made a killing with all these figures. Nice. So many obscure characters as well. Gamorrean Guard, I always love the figure. Return of the Jedi. So they have the different from the different movies. Love that figure. Lando Calrissian right there. That figure is also one of my favorites. Love the outfit. Well, now I'm undecided if after this, I don't know if I'm going to watch the Transformers movie or I'm going to play some Battlefront. Maybe I do both. Maybe I do both. Sometimes I go to sleep too late. Darth Vader. Darth Vader is cool. You can never go wrong with any figure with Darth Vader. If you mess it up, you definitely have a problem. Lead Corpse. Now this is coming out, I think, for sale very soon. The Tatooine Skiff. Those are pretty good. I don't know exactly how much are they going to be, but they're coming out soon, so they aren't gonna be not cheap either, because you know how it is with the prices with them. But I know that it's coming out soon for sale. Have all the little parts. That's super cool. Now they have this, the Rise of Skywalker figures. Pretty nice display. Don't care too much about the red. Now these are the figures right here, the Return of the Jedi. They're all on display. Pretty nice diorama. I like this one. Pretty cool. They did a pretty good job with that one. Although she's kicking kind of weird. That's a cool one. Empire Strikes Back. Nice display. Super cool. I love this. Like I don't know if you follow my videos. I've been saying that I love people that they do on Instagram, like photos of stuff or Star Wars or you know anything, like primarily Star Wars, but also anything else, you know. And people use Mezco stuff, Hot Toys, Mezco stuff, but a lot of Star Wars stuff is done with these figures, and it's amazing what people can do. Always amazes me how people can be so original, how much creativity is out there. Sometimes it's wasted on a lot of stuff, you know. Well, a lot of people, they waste a lot of time and not being creative, just attacking. I see that all the time here on YouTube. There's a lot of trolls, a lot of people, they just trolling people just for the heck of it. You know, I mean, to me, it's like, okay, you have so much, you know, you have the opportunity, you know, the time. Why don't you just be creative? Create something. Look at that. So they really have some really nice displays. And this is what it's about, you know, when you collect a lot of these figures, just because you can do these things. And the ability of doing it's one of the greatest things. Man, there I got a lot of pictures. I think it's 180 pictures on this alone. Love it. Her eyes look kind of weird. Oh, but look at Chewbacca. Look at those, the face, the expression. I can have that on a t-shirt. He looks so surprised, like you cut him off guard or something. Look at that. You're like, what? You talking to me? That's cool. She looks like she's just not having it. Now, there's other small little figures. They're not bad. I think this is the Jordan from the animated series. I love that animated series. Too bad that it didn't really last long. It was really fun. I love the art, Darth Maul art there. Hopefully now with, you know, with Disney Plus, now that there's going to be released and they're gonna have like the show, like the What If show. Hopefully they can do something with Star Wars. You know, they're gonna bring a lot of Star Wars stuff to that service. Hopefully they bring you know, animated films and stuff for, you know, Star Wars. I'm sure they will. But really looking forward to see more animation. And these are the retro collection. Cool. Look at them. The packaging is awesome. I'm telling you, whatever you want, whatever scale, whatever figures, you're looking for the old school thing. If you want something more in between, you want something large, something more posable, whatever you want, something just for the packages, they have it all. Even this special edition, I don't know who would buy something. I know a collector perhaps, but not me. But man, they have it all. They don't miss a beat when it comes about trying to get your money. They're good at that. Now you have this one, the Sith Troopers. Cool. Now you got Boba Fett looking pretty good. You cannot go wrong with Boba Fett. Awesome figures. Now they got the special action figure set. Those look really neat. Really nice sculpts for tiny little pieces. You know, has the different versions, you know, with the cape, the stormtrooper, the pilot. Look, I like this one. I think you can put it on. Nice. It's very small. More of the other ones, the more animated style. Love the packaging on those actually. And I think we went back. Hold on, let's see if there's something else for Star Wars, because I know they had more stuff and it seems like we're missing some stuff here. So that was the Star Wars display on the breakfast. Something is not quite right. Let me show something. Let me go to figures.com. There was a display that I want to show you that I think was probably a highlight. And they also have some other things because they're also showcasing a lot of the stuff they're doing, like the replica stuff. And I can tell you one thing, if you're looking for replicas of helmets or like, you know, things from Marvel or whatever, if you don't want to pay $600, $800 for a replica from EFX or from those big companies, the real props and replicas, then you need to go to Hasbro. Hasbro has a great deals. For $100 you can get a replica of anything, and you know, you can even for less, you know. So let's see if we can find some of the Hasbro stuff. Marvel, Hasbro Star Wars press images. This is just the press images. Okay, let me see, we can see it here. All right, we got, I think they probably have more pictures as well. This is the display that I was looking at. This was the project that they had, you know, like HasLabs last year. This is the big project, the Kickstarter, and I think it's done. Huge thing. So let's try to see if we can save some time, because we already saw a lot of these pieces. I don't want to just go through them and, you know, see them again. But let's see what they have right there. These figures, they were the showcase. These are the stuff that they release. The new figures, they're coming out, the new reveals. And these figures for, you know, Darth Vader look awesome. They really look awesome. I really like Darth Vader. This was released as well. You can pre-order this, the pilot wing helmet for the X-Wings. You can get those. They're $100. Let me see. Big Bad Toy Store, Hasbro. Replica. So you can see $90 for this Avenger Infinity War gauntlet, stuff like that. This is Hasbro stuff. You know, you can get the hammer, $109. Look at this one. Oh, actually, it's not even $100. It's a lot less. $40 for the Black Series Poe Dameron. This is just on sale, 57%, but it started at $100. They showcase this. We're gonna see it in a moment. This is the Boba Fett wearable helmet. It's on pre-order. It's $120 right now, and they showcase that. And this is the other one they showcase there. As you can see, the Black Series Luke Skywalker wearable. It's electronic, so it has some lights inside. Pretty good. $100. I think this is great price. Probably a lot of the stuff, of course, is not as durable. It's not like you're getting, you know, like the EFX where they have the word metal and everything is just done like to perfection. This is more like, you know, has painted stuff on the side and all that stuff. But it is cool. And definitely it's something, has a switch there. Not a bad deal. Definitely something worth checking out. So they showcase those. And this is something that they had there that a lot of people were in love with. This huge diorama display. Very neat stuff in the center of it. This is the stuff they have labs. I think this probably was around $500, $600 or something like that. For those that went into the Kickstarter. Look at that. This is the one that we showcased that is coming out for sale very soon. So you can get any of those and you can create the display. Phenomenal job. Love this displays. And, you know, that's one of the reasons why a lot of people get this stuff. I don't know who has the space for all of this. But whoever does, man, more power to that person. And, of course, they got some displays down there, which was very, very cool. They make a very neat diorama. All those are parts that were showcased there. Look at that. Ooh, nice work. And even I can see the Hasbro store right there. They had like a Hasbro sign. And they had some Hasbro stuff that were showcased. Oh, no, this is just a picture, a reflection. Oh, wow. It's just a reflection. Ooh, wow. Look at that. Neat. Too bad that the pictures are not that great. But it's because there's a lot of reflection on the glass. Look at Jabba right there. Awesome job. Awesome job. Man, who does that? If you pay me to do it, I'll do it. I do that for a living. I'll make you a display. Cool. Really awesome. Really awesome stuff that they showcase there. Now, I want to show you something. Something now that we are on this side and we ending with the Star Wars stuff. I want to show you another thing that I personally find super, super interesting. That it's a company, the one I was mentioning earlier, and this company, Toys GTP. It's a great company. They are a small company, very tiny there in Utah. But what they specialize is on parts, panels and stuff to create dioramas. That's what they do. And I'm going to take you to, let me find it first, right there. So you can look at it. and you can create the pretty much the Death Star panel. This is for the 1/12 scale stuff, but they do a lot of scale stuff. So you can create all these amazing panels and create all these amazing displays. As you can see right there, the Death Star. You can create all of that with the, all the effects and the lighting. So they create all that. So you can create that, the scenes that you know. They're pretty much, they create the concept of all of this, the space walls, and they're fantastic. They work alongside all the stuff that you do. Look at that. You can create all this thing. You assemble all the parts together. Look at this scene. So you can create all these beautiful scenes. Look at that. Amazing. Love it, what they did here. Matter of fact, you can do that in your office and you want to just kind of, create something nice on the walls and you don't have space for a lot of things. Look at that. You can create your own Star Wars stuff. Amazing work. Really cool. Love the light up features, everything. Just the panels are amazing. I wouldn't say it is that huge right there, but definitely it's a great idea for displays. It's a great idea if you want to create all the displays for your stuff. If you're running out of space and you don't know where to put this stuff, and you don't want to have more, like get a Vista or any of those expensive ones, you can always come up with ideas. And this is a phenomenal idea. Just on your walls, you can create all the stuff you want. And I've seen some really neat ones. Let me see if we can get to GTP Toys. I'm gonna go to, this is the place. So you can see right there some displays people have created. This is people use it all the time for all sort of things, for your toy photography and all. Definitely super cool. Let me see the website. Waiting on it to spacewalls.net. So technically this is the company Space Walls, I think. And the GTP is kind of like a division of it for toys and stuff. I don't know if you can access those photos. Yeah. Cool. You can see they're based in Utah. So you can do all sort of things. They're fantastic for toy photography. Fantastic for toy photography. Now let's see where you can buy this. Well, carry the price for those that need idea. Like the Space Walls and the 9 pieces parts, a 1/12 scale. It's $105, a closed doorway, $50 pre-order. The barrels, $13. So definitely, if you really want to create like diorama stuff for those figures, you can come to them and they sell the parts. This is out of stock, sold out. But let me see at Big Bad Toy Store. Let me see if they have it. They don't have GTP. Let's put Space Walls. They don't have it. I would say just keep an eye on those. You never know. But definitely there's something that really interests me. They perfect for the 6-inch figure line. Definitely good. Great ideas for them. So now move on from Star Wars. I think the next thing that I want to show you in this case, of course, is the Marvel stuff, the Marvel Legends, and perhaps is the reason why you're here. And Marvel Legends, as usual, it's amazing. Like anything that has to do with Marvel is amazing. It's always been probably the one that most people love. People seem to remember the most. And this is the one we're going to look at. Now, as you can see, there's tons of pictures. So we're going to be here for a little while, I think. Because that's the reason why I wanted to do Hasbro alone, because Hasbro has so much stuff. And these are the figures, of course, from the movie, from the end game. They all look fantastic. Pretty good job with those. Nice paint job on the face. Maybe not in the eyes. They need to be a bit bigger, perhaps. But the teeth is done well. Everything is good on this one. Not too crazy about the face. But the paint is clean. Love Ant-Man in the background. Looks good. You cannot go wrong with his outfit. Cool. Now Cap is looking good. Iron Man. I think these are just like interchangeable heads, because that shouldn't be the ones that came out in the movie just like that. Maybe you can change it. Maybe they come with two. I'm sure they do. He looks good. Spot on. Pretty nice head sculpt. She has a nice head sculpt. They did a pretty good job with that figure. And once again, I want to say thank you to those who are watching. Whoever is taking time to watch the video, whether you're doing it live or whether you're doing it afterwards, thank you very much for your time. Now, these are the Thor Ragnarok, more like the older Marvel stuff. Hela looks great. I love the face sculpt on her more than the one on the Mezco. Executioner looks good on the back. Peña looks great. Great display. Very neat. Love the cap. Peggy Carter, she looks great too. I love the face sculpt of Peña. Looks cool. One of my favorite characters in that film on the Ant-Man. But this is based on the Ant-Man and the Wasp. Cool. This is a whole package. You buy this together in one pack. I think it's around $50, $40, somewhere around there. All these pieces are already out. Pretty nice sculpt. Very simple. Cannot go wrong with it. Definitely like the Executioner right there. Looks good. The sculpt is good. The paint job is good. Good job with that little figure. Iron Spider looking good. I can say I've never been such a big fan of the outfit or even the version. Iron Man. Man, they took a lot of pictures for the Marvel stuff. For Hasbro, they took a lot of pictures for older stuff. Cap looks great. This figure looks great. All he needs is a motorcycle. And it'd be the perfect figure. I think they already have one. That looks good. Peggy Carter looks great. Did a good job with her. And this is the sets that already came out for the 8th anniversary. They have the Hulk and the Wolverine. And my favorite, I think I love both. And also the set with Colossus and the Juggernaut. And those are amazing. I love the figures on both. The classic Hulk, the Buscema Hulk. Love the destruction on that helmet. Love the face. I think you can change him. Love the classic Iron Man. Wolverine looks good. Little figure, but looks good. And I love this Colossus. There's been a few Colossus like from, where's that? The Marvel Select. I like. But I think this is good. Love the articulation. Of course, Legends always have more articulation than the Select. Very nice piece. Very nice figure. Good job. I think Colossus did good this year. You have the statue from Sideshow. It looks amazing. I think it's a great representation of the character. Love Thor and Cap. But I think this figure is also awesome. Look at the display. It looks good. And that Juggernaut is amazing. It's good. I still have my Juggernaut from Diamond Select. I prefer over this one. But I like the colors of this one. The color scheme and stuff. And of course, it has more articulation. And then they have the X-Men, Weapon X and all that stuff. Really cool. Very nice display. Forge. Nice figures. Was that Crossbones? Something wrong with his face. Bees looking good. Nice pose, actually. Caliban. She looks nice. That's a nice sculpt. A nice paint job. Pretty accurate. You can never go wrong with Gambit. She's not bad. The only thing I don't like is the gun. Needs some paint work. But the head sculpt, she looked great. Definitely great sculpt. Love Jubilee. She looks good. Nice piece. Nice little figure. With the 90s attitude. Cool. Love the bubble gum. Alright, look at this. She looks great. Love the head sculpt. That's pretty neat. Nice job right there. Storm looks good. The body, I can see that. I don't see the face yet. Storm looks great. Really nice head sculpt. One thing I can say about a lot of stuff that Diamond Select is doing, a lot of the Marvel Select, I'm sorry, Marvel Legends, a lot of the head sculpts are getting a lot better. You know, the job that they do nowadays is a lot better than years ago. Weapon X looks good. Silver Samurai. X Factor, Cyclops. Again, this is a nice angle here. The paint job is clean. She looks great. Silver Samurai looks good. Iceman is simple but good. That face is good. I love the paint job. Pretty accurate. Very nice. I think that's a nice figure. Oh yeah. This is a nice figure. I would say if you get this one and then the other the Captain America with the other outfit and you put on this bike, I think you're set. But you can interchange them. They're really neat, both of them. That's a nice motorcycle. And I think that's the chair for... We'll see in a moment. Love the detail on this figure. Love the detail on the motorcycle. I think that's probably the selling point for me. Is that the chair for Professor X? Professor Xavier? I'm not sure. Love the detail again. Now they got more of the X-Men figures. Nice. We saw a lot of these pieces at New York Toy Fair. New York Toy Fair. X-Force. Wolverine. Always like this one. Guardian. I still need to review the... Somebody asked me some time ago and I always forget. I will. I promise. Very soon I will review the Alpha Flight by John Byrne Omnibus. I need to get to it. I promised that I would do it and I didn't do it, but I will get to it. Love this figure. I still love it. I saw him on New York Toy Fair. Still love them. I think they did much. It looks great like this. Love him right there. Really nice sculpt. All of these are nice sculpts. Definitely very accurate. Love the power coming out of him. That nice paint job and the head sculpt is good. His hands are good. They did a good job with him. The same I can say about this Magneto. From here I can see the paint job is pretty well done, well applied. I'm not so sure about the face yet. Nice. Great display. I think those were what, Amazon special? Magneto, Quicksilver, and the Wanda. They all together came in one single package. I think that was through Amazon. She has a very nice head sculpt. The hair looks very neat, very nice. That's a nice head. I think this is the first time they showcasing this, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe I'm just wrong. Maybe this is a Build-A-Figure. I need to research that. This is the 80s years anniversary, the Legends, the one that we saw earlier. Now this is the packaging. These are the large ones. The Iron Man, Captain America. Yeah, these are the ones we saw. Really nice packaging. Love the packaging. It's alone. Look at Hulk. Thor looks good. Love this one with all the extra parts, interchangeable parts. Definitely this is a must. They had some stuff from Spider-Man Far From Home. The movie was good. I like it. Spider-Man and Kraven. That's a nice set. Stereo. This stuff that I seen at Best Buy. This Nerf guns. Monopoly stuff. Tiny figures on display. Same figures, you know, they did a big diorama. Very cool and interesting. Nice. Cool. They always have these displays. They always make those displays with, you know, in this case Hasbro with their Marvel Legends. Epic displays. Cool. You know, the thing is, I'm a statue collector, but when it comes about figures, I have a love for figures. I don't have a problem with it. You know, I love this figure. So the reason why I got into statues in the first place was because of the figures. So people say, "Oh, those are for kids." Well, I'm sorry. You're still a kid. If you're buying statues, you're still a kid at heart. Some people love the little things, and some people want something that fancier. You know, just to. So people don't tell them that they're still acting like kids. That's all it is. But we all kids are, and there's nothing wrong with that. Oh wow, this is a nice picture. That's a lot of figures right there. This is toy collector's dream come true. Nice. Wow, they had a lot of Iron Man suits there too. Even Spider-Ham is in the action. Oh wow, this is a good one. Ooh, Puck. I didn't notice that he was there too. Cool. Man, it's an all-out war. Nice. Ooh, wow, this is a good one. The Kingpin right there. Bullseye. Daredevil. That's a good one. I like it. Oh man, they have some pieces, old ones and new ones. They have like a nice display. I think they always have a display, but I think this year is larger than I've ever seen it. Cool. Daughters of the Dragon. Power Man and Iron Fist. Misty Knight. Don't mess with her. Spider-Man display with all the foes. Cool. Man, they have a lot of stuff in there. Some really cute displays. Super cool. Oh, wow. Nice. Cool. Black Panther and Claw. Nice. All right, then. I think that was it for that. Some other stuff that they were showcasing there. These are larger. These are more like toyish. I think we finished with that. This was preview night. Man, that preview night was busy. They had so much stuff showcased there. Let's see if there's any of the things. I think there's a couple of things they reveal afterwards. So that was preview night for Marvel. And this is the Marvel display, the Hasbro Breakfast, which is afterwards. Oh, look at that. Thor, Fat Thor. There's some pieces. Some already, we saw them already. There's another Piggy card. Again, that piece is very neat. Came out pretty well. Also with him. He came out so well. This is a nice one. Definitely, these are good. They did a good job with these pieces. Love the face is pretty accurate too on that one. I'm telling you, the portrait is they're getting better with them. Sometimes there's some are hit or miss, but definitely they're doing a much better job, as you can see. The face looks good. Pretty accurate. Hella looks good. That, we saw the one, just a regular hit. Now look at that with this. That's a nice package. The whole package with Hela and the Executioner. They look great. Again, there's another display there. Thor looks good. Nice. Really nice paint job on Juggy. Cap. I just don't like the way he rises because of the articulation. Doesn't look as natural. That's a nice pose with Hulk and Wolverine. They have this one here too. This is from the movies. Nice. Valkyrie looks good. That portrait is good. Handle on the back looks good too. These are the larger pieces right there. I know these are the regular pieces. It's just I was thinking it's larger, but it's just because they're on a riser right there. Handle looks good. Giving you the bag. Was that because America's ass? That was a good comment. That was a good one on the film. That's why. That's the reason why he's just giving you the bag, showing the the buttocks right there. That's funny. And they took the picture of it. A bit flat though, but it's just the the figure. But this is cool. I know this is gonna sell out really quick. Dude, Thor. Man, looks great. Even with the glasses, definitely. He's the guy. He comes with the changeable hits. Awesome. That was awesome. Great. That was great. Definitely good portrait too. Good job with that. All he needs is it comes with a little soda, can of soda or beer or something. Something like that will make it so good. Beer would be better. Iron Man. And this is part is interchangeable. I think they were. I think that you can use this one on Hulk, which is really neat. It comes with this one, but can be used with Hulk. And of course, you have right there. There, actually, this figure here looks nice. The pose is nice. Cool. Pretty good job. From above, Vision. I think they need to not too crazy about the translucent part. Maybe it's just because of the film. They're trying to kind of imitate that part. Looks all right. I think you should do it for the display part. Different angles of Thor. Definitely that Thor is going to be good. I'm probably going to get that one. And here in the back, oh, I see that. These are Build-A-Figure. So definitely this is Thor. You're going to have to get, oh man, they got you on that one. You got to get all these parts so you can build Thor. Man, Hasbro so smart. Now this helmet is there like $100 each or $40 now, I think. They're not that expensive. You can get this. Big Bad Toy Store. Let's see, Hasbro. Replica. Come on. Okay, $100 for the Gauntlet from Infinity War. $100 for the in-game Marvel Legends Power Gauntlet. So yeah, that gives you an idea. The shield, the pre-order, it's $100. $100 for the helmet, so $100. They even have Power Ranger ones. So that gives you just an idea. That's the reason I'm showing you this, so you know exactly the prices for those. And the shield's already on pre-order again. It's been released a couple of times. I think it's pretty good. If you get that one and you display on the wall, you don't need to go for the the $600, $800 one from EFX or Hollywood or any of those companies. And I think we already sold those. We just went back. And let me see if there's anything else. Definitely. Ooh, wow. We had a lot of stuff from Marvel. And I think pre-panel, post-panel, Marvel Legends display. I think they update some stuff. Double checking. Yes, we have more stuff that we're updating. Here you got the display. Nice stuff. I can see Morph right there. Oh, this is the thing. They showcase this one. This is a new one. People are in love with this one, of course. Dr. Doom. And it comes with two different heads. It comes with the modern, mask, but also comes with the classic mask. So you have some options there. Hopefully I can see a picture of it. X-Men. That's a cool piece. I don't know if it comes with a gun. It should come with a handgun. That would be super nice. This version is super nice. This sculpt is so nice from She-Hulk. Looks amazing. Great job. That is a nice sculpt piece. Then you have Weapon X right there. More from the background. They also released this. This is the new thing. A classic Vulture. But look at this one. Looks enraged. Definitely is a nice sculpt on that figure. Pretty good job. Morph looks good. Definitely good. That Vulture looks nice. There are not many Vulture figures. You know, like if you're looking at statues, if you go for the 1/6 scale, of course, the best one is always Bowen. And if you go for the big one, then of course you go to XM, the 1/4 scale. They are the nicest. Figures, there've been a few. But I think this one is the one that surpasses them all. Really nice work on that one. Definitely a good figure. Shang-Chi is now coming, to the movies, so they're gonna milk that one. Love this one. Definitely did a good job with that figure. Shang-Chi looks awesome. Then you have the Spider-Man figures. That Shang-Chi looks good. Nice sculpt. Really cool figure. Spider-Man figures. I think from the video game. The different suits from the video game. Pretty nice. They did a pretty good job. You cannot go wrong with Spider-Man. He always has some really nice figures. Also, they released this one. A lot of people are really excited. Jean Grey, and look at that. Nice figure. It comes with 2 different heads. This with the long hair, and one with the more classic Jim Lee, with the the ponytail, I think. Hopefully we can see it, because this is the Jim Lee design. Look at that. They also showcase this Wolverine that has interchangeable hits, more like without damage, battle damage, and without the battle damage. Also, it has the bone claws. I don't know why they wanted to do it that way. It doesn't really go along with it, but whatever. They had that, but also metal claws. He didn't have bone claws when he was wearing the 90s suit, but I don't know where they based this. If you're gonna get this one, you're gonna display it with the metal claws. Unless they invest in some more recent comic books and stuff, which I don't understand. I don't know, but I like the sculpt. It looks neat. Pretty good job. Wolverine has some really nice figures, and definitely Wolverine's always been my favorite X-Men character. Some people don't like him, but I like him. Here, that's Jean Grey. Hopefully I can get to see a picture of her with the ponytail. I like that portrait better. But it's not a bad portrait either. Love the way they did the hands. The figure overall is very nice. It's a good job. They did a good job with it. The hair looks good. Oh, right there. I really like that. Looks kind of weird though. I like the face on this one, but I like the ponytail. I like the expression on this one more. There's a different angle again. They all come in a package. So this comes in a package. You got the Jean Grey. You got the Cyclops that comes with the jacket, which is nice. And the Wolverine. That's another nice package. I'm probably going to get that one. I'm telling you, I'm getting into figures again or some, for some reason. I love the figures, and I think they're doing fantastic with them. Look at that. With the different lenses. That's neat. And I think this is the first time they have done... Maybe not the first time, but I think they haven't done it in a while. Perhaps they haven't done it forever. One with the jacket. Just a really 90s touch. Actually, looking at it, the face is good. Her face is good. And you can see the portraits. It comes the regular battle damage, and then you get the without it. It would be nice. Making the smile. It would be nice if they had a cigar on it. Whatever. And then you have the hands with the metal claws. Nice. Has the little Jim Lee style in the background for the cars from the 90s. Cool. Nice. They did a good job on that then. Cool. I think we went back. Yeah. All right, let me try to get out of this one and see if we can get another set. I think there's one more. But definitely we saw a lot of cool stuff on that one. And this is post-panel Marvel Legends display. Let's see if they have anything there. I think this is the one we were just looking at. Yeah, this is the same one. Okay. What I'm going to do... Okay, this is the one. Saturday update. That should be probably the last one we're going to look at. Yes, it is the last one. They showcase some other stuff. As you can see, we saw on that the previous one, but didn't see many pictures of it. Here, X-Men looks pretty neat. I think they did a pretty good job with the sculpt. The paint job is good. Nice figure. Very nice figure. Love the paint job. Really clean. The head sculpt is good. The body. And they have the cosmic Ghost Rider, which I don't care much about him. But man, that's a nice figure. And they have this also, this Squirrel Girl with the little motorcycle, which they've been doing that with, it started with Cap. And I think with Professor X, with the vehicles and stuff, with the chair, they consider like a vehicle. But look at the Squirrel Girl. That's a nice sculpt. This is not bad, but it's something I don't care about. But I really don't care much of a Squirrel Girl. But man, that little Vespa that she's riding, and the little squirrels around her, and the head sculpt, and everything, the sculpt is pretty good. That's a nice figure. They did, the sculptor of this did a fantastic job. Very neat. And this was you know, these are stuff that they showcased for the first time. Love the squirrels. Love the Vespa. Definitely nice kept sculpt. Its sculpt overall is super good. They did a good job with this figure. And they also have this. We're showcasing, of course, some of the X-Men stuff. Of course, this is the set we saw. Now with the hair, that looks great. With the other hair, that's the reason I love the ponytail. Wolverine looks good. They need to change that to metal, you know, to the metal claws. Now with the jacket, this classic Cyclops looks good. Oh, that's a nice picture. Cool. Look at her looking good. X Factor stuff. Well, the yellow team, and you hit the X-Men yellow team. Then you have Wolverine face. Cool. Nice. That's a nice call. That's a nice call. Has the little parts. Love this one. Actually, this is pretty good. Lorna looks good. Polaris looks good. Love the hair. Looks so accurate. That's another great piece. Saw a video of her and really looks good. That green shines very nicely. Very nice sculpt. And Havoc looks great too. Again, this is a pretty nice sculpt. Pretty nice pieces. These are really nice. Look at this. Great job. Great face sculpt. I wouldn't be crazy about the power stuff, but really good. Looks good with this figure. Good job. They did a good job with it. She looks good too. Nice angle. You can see the face. Pretty decent. Pretty good job. And I think that's it. That's definitely everything they were showcasing there. Well, I think that's it. This is everything they were showcasing. Definitely a lot of cool stuff, a lot of new stuff, a lot of stuff that we haven't seen, and definitely pretty good. And definitely Hasbro brought the house down again with a lot of stuff, a lot of cool stuff, and definitely excited for some of the stuff. Again, the highlights for me on this, I like the Flame toys, what they're doing. I love the Toys GTP idea of all those displays for dioramas. With the Hasbro, of course, you know, I love a lot of the Star Wars stuff. Some of the Transformers stuff was good. Some of the stuff that's coming through Walmart. But you know, Marvel Legends, love the figures. They have a lot of good stuff there, and some of the replicas are affordable. And if you're looking for something on the cheap side, but not that doesn't break the bank but looks good, definitely they have stuff for you. But what is your opinion? I want to say, first of all, before we go, I want to say thank you. Thank you for taking time for watching this video. It's been an extended video. Probably this is the longest I have so far. But it's been fun spending time with you throughout this week. Since last week, I've been doing this for a long time. I'm going to slow down a little bit with these live videos. I just want to cover, this covers everything. Not everything. There's a couple companies that I didn't mention, but there's small companies. They're just not, as I would say, I'm interested on it. But these are the companies that really interest me, and they're doing stuff. Big companies, but also small companies are really pushing hard, and they selling a great product. Not saying that the other ones don't. It's just this companies, you know, it seems that they're going in the right direction, and we're gonna get to see more of them. But definitely very excited, and we're going from tomorrow. We start again with the regular schedule, so stay tuned for that. You know, we continue with the podcast. We're gonna have a video probably throughout by the end of this weekend. By the weekend, I'm gonna have a video where I'm gonna have my top 10 statues of a video for my top 10 collectible statues of San Diego Comic-Con, and one just for my 10 favorite figures. So stay tuned for those videos. I'll have them probably before the week is out, and just let me know what you think about it, because definitely, even though there's a lot of cool stuff, there's some stuff that really stick out for me that I consider was the best for the show. Some of the stuff, and it was really tough because there was a lot of stuff, but definitely I pick up what I feel is the best for me, and I want to share that with you. So once again, thanks for watching. God bless, my friends. Have a great week, and have a good night, and I'll talk to you again. Bye-bye.